Coming to you from the new moon to the full moon, from one phase to the next, it's 97.9 The Rocket. Listen to it.
I came in a bit before the opening set. I took the bet. I know the rest is good, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I can scarce get by on second breaths between the breaths. Now it's 1 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing in between each rest, but I'm not going to cave. I guess I made it. I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feeling I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. I'm sitting on the 501 moment's rest, glacial pace, I won't lose faith. Maybe if I stay around the rest to prove myself, I still save face. Now we're on our way before I quit at 9:30. Can't get out of this, you know, I've lost that little time. I guess I'll make it, yeah. I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feeling I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. So I walked out the back before the second set settled my debt. I'll miss the rest, that's fine, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I could scarce get by on second breath between the press. Now it's 3 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing, so I'll hit repeat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first session of The King's Dilemma, a legacy board game in which we are nobles advising the King of Ankist on various issues, and we definitely will not act selfishly. It's me, Claudia, and I have got PB, Paddington, and Wheels. How are you guys?
Hello.
Doing well. Ready to scheme and connive.
Yes, very
I don't know what you're talking about. I only have the purest intentions for our king.
good. So, let me explain the game for both you and chat. So, the way the game works, the gameplay loop, is that we will be drawing cards from the decision deck that are little scenarios that we then have to vote on whether to essentially enact what the card says or not. And how we vote decides how well the kingdom does. So we have 5 resources over here. On the left, we have influence, the castle here. Influence is kind of like how strong your military is and how well respected your kingdom is in the world. Wealth, self-evident, that's your economy. Morale, that is how well the people are doing morale-wise. Welfare is food, and knowledge is knowledge. So these resources, depending on how we vote and the things that we decide will go up and down this track. And as such, this marker here will also go up and down the track. So this marker is how well the king is doing. So we ideally want to keep this as in the center as possible, because if this marker gets to either end of the board, the king abdicates and the game is over. And the campaign is like 15 games, something like that, but the individual game will be over. If it gets to very if it gets to very bottom, things have gotten so bad that the peasants rise up against the king. And if it gets to the top, things have gotten so good that factions can force the king out because they've gotten too powerful. So let me bring out a sample dilemma to show you the sort of thing we're going to be dealing with. So here we have the common folk of the Red Oak Village have begun praising a mysterious pagan deity. The prior mother thinks that tolerating such paganism may destabilize the kingdom and lead it away from the grace of the mother, and recommends creating a religious tribunal to... Man, this is a rough one to start with. Religious tribunal to restore the true faith and convert the heretics. The librarian chancellor, however, thinks that such cultural diversity may benefit us in the long term, and that our money could be better spent elsewhere. Do we create the religious tribunal? And so if you see on the side and bottom of this card, it has what will happen to our resources, or what we know will happen to our resources. So it says that we will gain influence, but lose money if we vote aye. And if we vote nay, we will gain knowledge. So
do we know that we lose money because it's got the little point, it's got a different symbol behind the diamond?
It's black and got those stars. That is the negative symbol. For some reason, it's reversed on these tokens, but that is our negative. I'll go over how we vote in a moment. But while we do know some outcomes of these cards, there may be hidden outcomes as well. For instance, maybe saying no raises knowledge, and we know that, but it lowers morale overall in the kingdom. There could be more serious consequences than that, but just to start off with, that is a possibility. So let's say in this scenario we voted aye on this. So we, our track here, influence would go up by 2, and wealth would go down by 1, as shown here with the castle +2, diamond -1. So if we go over to the track over here, we would move the influence marker up 2, but resources have momentum, because when things are good, they tend to want to stay good, and when things are bad, they tend to want to stay bad. So if one of these resource markers is on the white side, that means it has positive momentum. And so if a resource has positive momentum, when it moves up an extra 1. And then it gains an extra momentum marker, so the next time it moves up 2 additional points. And it's the same for wealth. So this would go down 1, but because it's on the negative momentum already, it would go down another 1, and then the next time it went down, it would go down by 2 additional points. And the balance marker here is moved in accordance to how the resources move. So here it would move up 3, and then down 2. Are you all following so far?
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if our influence was going to go down? Would the momentum cancel that out?
No. So it would go whatever amount it says on the card, but no extra, and then it would
All right.
it would flip over. So
Okay, that makes sense.
yeah, so if this went down, it would go down 2, and then it would flip, and next time it would have negative momentum.
Cool.
I randomized these to start with. At the beginning of every game, you're supposed to like flip these like coins to determine what momentum it has to start with. And yeah, so that is resources more or less. Also with the balance marker here, if it ever touches one side, even if we're not finished moving all the resources, the game immediately ends. So it's not like if we went up 1 but down 2 here, we would be saved from the king abdicating. The king would still abdicate.
Do we process these left to right?
Left to right according to the card, which I think always goes left to right. Cool. Basically.
All right, well, just do what the card says.
Yep. So the way that we decide whether we are going to do something or not is we vote. So each of us behind your screen, you will have 10 coins and 8 power tokens. The coins are the circles, the shields are power. So in order to vote, you need to put a certain amount of power behind your vote. Let's take a moment here to pick our houses, because that will be important for voting. Pick your house based on the vibe of the coat of arms, and if you really don't like your guy, you can change it. But as I said off call, they're all bastards in their own way.
Did anyone want to snag Duke of Bloodin?
I think you're good.
You're good.
It's mine.
All right, I would like to be the Marquis of Cran.
Okay, and let me stamp these here so that I and the others know who everyone is.
I will be Marquis of Willio or Wilio.
Okay. And I will be the Duke of Gamam, the lobster. We will discuss what the back of your card says generally, but also take this time to name your house. You can name it just like your real name. You can name it a fantasy name. I'm going to keep it simple and be House Alexandrite.
Oh, where are we putting that name?
If you click on your card where it says House blank, you should be able to type.
Instant coffee, dinner food, toilet paper.
How do I... Sorry, this is Tabletop Simulator problems. I think I just lost my card.
You lost your card? Hang on.
And I can't figure out how to flip it over.
If you press F over it, you should be able to flip it over.
F. Yeah, sorry, it's been a while since I've Tabletop Simmed.
So you lost it off the side, you said?
It's disappeared somewhere.
Okay.
It was right near my zone.
Let me just roll it back real quick. Sorry.
All right, now it's here. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And whatever's in the red zone, only I can see, right? So no one else
Correct.
can see what I have.
In your this is your little screen. Nobody can see what's behind it. So if everyone could look at the bottom left of your card, there should be a house number. What is everyone's number? I have 7.
1 for me.
Gotta get like a little bowl or something for the lights that are coming.
I am 10.
And I am 11.
11. So, to start off with, because we have no prestige points, which I will explain later, our house numbers determine how prestigious our house is. So, PB has the highest prestige, and Wheels has the lowest prestige. And I will explain what the tokens I gave you are in a moment. So, voting. The way that voting works is that whoever the leader is, which currently PB is the leader, as the person who started with the highest prestige, the leader casts the first vote. And how you vote is you put an amount of power tokens onto whatever outcome you want, either aye or nay, or you can choose to pass your vote, in which case you take a coin from the bank and put it on your card. You give up your vote for the rest of the round, but you can either pass for the moderator token, which I'll explain in a moment, or you can pass to gain power. So here in the center is where we pay all of the power for the side that wins a vote. Right now, there's just 3 to start with. So if PB passed and nobody else passed, at the end of the round, they would get these 3 power for themselves for later. Does that make sense so far?
I think so.
Yeah.
Voting is the most complex bit of this game, but once you actually get to doing it, it's a lot easier. So you can also pass for the moderator token. The moderator token starts out at the person with the lowest prestige, and the moderator breaks ties. So if, for instance, there are 3 power points on aye, 3 power points on nay, Wheels decides whether aye or nay passes. You can only one person can pass for the moderator token per dilemma. So it's not like PB can pass for it and then Paddington can do it. Just PB would get it. So vote starts at the leader. And so let's say that PB puts 1 on aye. Vote then passes to Paddington, and Paddington can choose to match PB's 1 on either aye or nay, or they can choose to increase it, say go 2 power on nay, in which case they actually become the leader. So the vote ends when the person to the, I guess, kind of left of the leader in this case, we're going left to right and then it wraps back around. When the person to the left of the leader has voted. So vote would then continue.
So basically it's until the leader keeps going until someone isn't outbidding the leader, basically.
Correct, yes.
Effectively, yeah.
So it can be advantageous in some cases to not outbid the leader so that the leader doesn't have a chance to raise their vote, or other people don't have a chance to raise their vote more. So by the time the last vote is cast, if nobody has taken leader again, whoever has more power on their side of the vote wins, and we go with that side of the dilemma. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see how it plays out.
I think I got it. We'll see if I'm wrong, but I think I got it.
Okay. I'm happy to explain as we go too. Let me put these back because you guys don't have those. So that is the basic gameplay loop. But let me tell you one other thing. So each of us have secret agendas that might cause us to vote a different way than might seem good for the kingdom. So we have both what is on our cards here. For example, let's look at one that we didn't pick. Duke of Natar over here. So the Duke of Natar has separate achievements for having the most power at the end of the game. Knowledge is lowest at the resource track at the end of the game, and morale is highest on the resource track at the end of the game. If somebody playing House Natar did these across however different, as many games as there are boxes to the left of it, they would get whatever is in the dark part underneath. So if they have the most power at the end of the game 4 times in total, at the beginning of every game, you may give one of your negative open agenda tokens, which we'll talk about next game, to another player. if you do, you must also give them 2 coins. And
I see. So any one of these is only going to get 1 check mark per game that we play.
correct.
Right. Got it.
Um,
These are very, very overarching stuff here.
exactly. This is stuff you want to do long term. In fact, the longest term is your narrative achievement. So House Natar wants to destroy heretical ancient knowledge. You tend not to really know what your narrative achievement means exactly, or like how you would achieve it, but there may be a point where something comes up that feels like it might lead to that, and if it does, you might want to push for that as hard as you can, because it tends to benefit you a lot. Or at least sometimes. Sometimes it's, well, maybe it's just always prestige and crave, which we'll get to. Additionally, we will each have secret agendas that will change from game to game. Greedy is not a good one to explain this with. So this secret agenda here is the opportunist. So the opportunist scores different points at the end of the game based on where the resource markers are, and this is true for every hidden agenda. So the opportunist wants as many resources as possible to be in the bottom half of the track. If you'll see on the top left-ish, underneath desperation is home for opportunities. If only 1 resource is in the bottom half, they gain 4 points, 2, 7 points, 3, 10 points, etc. Each secret agenda is also at least a little bit concerned with who has the most money. So money is a resource that isn't maybe necessarily useful in the immediate, but is helpful in scoring. So Greedy, which I took out earlier, really wants to gain money. In fact, if they have the most money of all the players at the end of the game, they get 8 points onto their score, which is quite a bit. The 1, 2, 3 on the side here is just has the most money, has the second money, has the third most money. So you might want to vote in a way that might not be good for the kingdom, but might be really good for your secret agenda, which will determine how many points you get at the end of the game, and might determine how well you do in the future. Does that make sense?
What kind of points are these? Are these prestige? Are these crave? Are they a different kind of
So
points?
these
Looks like they're a
are
different kind of
victory points.
Okay, cool. They're victory points.
And where you rank in the victory points determines how much prestige and crave you get at the end of the game.
I see.
And
So I understand the prize bit of this. You want first place for the victory points in the bottom. What is the resources bit? What's the thing above that?
so that
table?
is where you want the resources on the track to be in order to score the most victory points. So if you're the opportunist,
Oh, like you want all of them?
Yeah, you ideally want all of them in the gold area here.
I see.
Greedy is kind of a weird one because you ideally only want 2 resources in either the very top or very bottom of the track. It's kind of an odd system, but it is something. I think that is it. I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to delete this because that's the demo deck. I'm going to randomly remove 1 secret agenda, and Wheels, you get to pick your secret agenda first here, and then you pass it to me. We go lowest prestige to highest for picking our secret agendas for this game.
So I'm just dragging the top card into my little screen here.
Nope, you can take the whole deck, and you get to choose whichever one you want.
Oh, I see. Got it.
Also, keep in mind, at the very bottom of your card, you'll see the 6 secret agendas with various crowns next to them, and checkboxes. Those checkboxes are the same as your achievements. So if you play let's say, where is House Natar again? Is House Natar plays the extremist 4 games, they immediately get 3 crave at the end of that game.
I'm tabletop simulator illiterate. How do I shuffle through this deck of cards?
Oh, something you can do, right click on it and then search. And that'll let you look at all the cards.
Yes.
And then you can mouse over them and you can look at them without the rest of us seeing what you want to pick.
Cool.
Cool. So while Wheels does that, does anyone have any questions before we really get into it?
Let's see. So we basically bid power during voting.
Yep.
What happens if you don't have enough power to match someone's bid? Like if you're completely out of power, do you just have to pass?
Yeah. You just have to pass and
see.
gather power.
And it's only the first person who passes who gets the benefits from passing?
No. So anyone can pass. In fact, everyone can pass if you want, and then the moderator just gets to decide without voting.
I've picked a card. Who's next?
I am next. Thank you. And hang on, let me search. Yeah, let me pick this one. And I pass to Paddington.
Yippee.
Sorry, what the hell was I saying? What was the question again?
Let's see. It was how multiple people passing works.
Oh, yes. So, if multiple people pass for power, you guys just split whatever power is in the pool. Any remaining just stays in the pool.
Okay, and shoot, how does someone become moderator by passing? Is it if they're the only one who passes?
No. So you can just pass to become moderator. You don't gain power, but you gain the moderator token. And you keep it until somebody else takes it.
Okay, I see. So when you pass, you say what you're passing for.
Yes.
I'm good.
Cool.
All right, pass them over here. I should have, what, 2 cards to choose from?
Yep. And let me get the first deck out here.
I picked one not that feels in character for my house, but one that I'm very excited about.
Yes. Hey, that works. Oop, wrong one.
By the way, for my house name, I went to random noble house name generator on fantasynamegenerators.com, my favorite website. And so I am House Winrish, Dukes of Blodden.
Ooh.
Sure, I'll go with this one. All right, and then we have one last card here. Just goes back with the other one.
Yep. Thank you very much.
We are House Crayon, the Marquise of Crayon. And I need to start looking up different Crayola colors.
House Crayon, like Crayon of Crann?
Yep.
I went with my name. I need to step it up.
I mean, I also just went with my name. So let me read the setup to the story here. The trumpets strike 3 rising notes, and 81 doves are released as Harold V is crowned king by the prior mother of the cult. The people erupt in a cheer of joy. Our hopes of enduring prosperity are renewed with the new king. Foreign dignitaries from Kazakh, Kopias, Sidlata, and Mihur crowd the royal castle to evaluate the new king and win his favor. The ceremony is followed by a feast lasting for 3 days and nights along all the streets of Libra, our capital city. A week later, sitting on his throne behind the grand chiseled door of the council room, the new king addresses us for the first time. Any authority is flickering, and power can be a blessing or a curse for those on whom it is exercised, he says. After a long pause, he adds, ruling is an unsolvable dilemma.
Man, you just got here.
Yeah. Drama queen. Hang on, let me see where this goes. Okay. So the story cards we stick up here. We'll get into the effects of story cards later, but that is our setup for now. And our first dilemma. The High Commander has received a message from our soldiers stationed at the troublesome northern border of the Mark of Torque. Scarum smugglers are offering to provide us large quantities of red iron, a strange metal that can break even the strongest steel. The army wants the majority of it, but there is a lot of money to be made by trading it. Do we reserve the red iron for the army? If we vote nay, we gain wealth. And if we vote aye, we gain influence. Whoops, I put those in the wrong spots. There we go. So, we can discuss beforehand, or if PB, you just wanna slap an aye or nay power right on there, that's fine.
Well, I should introduce myself. I am the Marquis Cerise Crayon, Marquis of Crayon. But you could just call me Marquis Crayon. Either pronunciation is fine. And I would like us to strongly consider the fact that a strong military is the one thing that keeps all of the bandits, all of the dangers of our neighbors to the north and south at bay. I understand wanting to sell this red iron, but who are we selling it to? Potential foes. We have to keep this for ourselves.
Well,
Does anyone have opposition?
I do have opposition. I think that our economy is in negative momentum right now. And I think that our economy can always use some work. And I think that it would just be better to have a little money. And, red iron here is in quotation marks? How do we know that this is even any good?
Nothing
You
ventured,
say
nothing gained.
dangers. You say dangers to the north and south. I see future friends if we're willing to share with them.
It's true.
Yes, this is Lawson Winrish, of House Winrish, Dukes of Blodden. I am of the opinion that if more supplies are needed for the army, we can buy that with the money that we will get from selling this. I'm not sure why we would need this particular resource when money can buy us anything.
That is true.
I'm sure you'll be very glad to see your iron sword shatter at the enemy's gates, at the enemy's attack then.
Then we will buy new ones.
Yes, at an inflated price and lose money.
Marquis, if I may, skill issue.
You can talk to me as skill issues.
Well, put your power where your mouth is.
Yeah, I will start by voting. See, is there any reason to vote more than one power at the start?
Not really, unless you want to make like a big show of it. You
No, we'll
really
just start
want
with
to
one
intimidate.
power to I.
Okay, one power on I. Paddington, vote goes to you.
I'm putting 2 on nay.
Paddington votes 2 on nay. Wow, the prophecy has been foretold. And becomes the leader. Wheels.
So just so I'm making sure I understand, if I pass and then someone else becomes the leader to my right, I will likely get another chance to vote
No.
then,
So you
theoretically, or
cannot
if I
change
pass,
your
I'm
vote.
out.
Yeah, if you pass, you're out.
Got it.
And same with
can-
your aye and nay. If you vote aye or nay, you cannot change your vote afterwards.
You
That
could
makes
just
sense.
add power to it.
Yes. Also, let's talk about one more thing. Let's talk about bribery. So you have coins here, and if you want, feel free to bribe people with either coins or favors. I, for instance, can say, Wheels, if you vote nay on this, I will give you 2 coins. This is not what I'm actually offering right now, but
Right.
just as an example. And if Wheels took that deal, the second the money exchanges hands, it is legally binding, and they have to vote that way.
Understood. I think in this case, I am actually just going to pass.
Wheels passes. Take a coin from the bank here and place it on your pass.
Is that the only way you make money, by the way?
There will be some scenarios, I think, where you can make some. Put it on your
Okay,
pass card wheels. There we go.
That's starting, but as of now, it's just passing.
Correct. So I'm going to vote a single power on nay. And vote
So you don't have to match Paddington's vote?
I do not, no. And for the record, for leader, you have to exceed the leader's power. Tying it is not enough. PB, vote passes to you.
All right, let's see. So if I vote one more to I, then the vote goes through and I lose. The nays still have it.
Yes.
If I vote two
Also,
more,
for
that
the
becomes
record,
leader.
Sorry, for the record, you only lose that power if your vote is successful.
Okay.
Otherwise, you take it back.
In that case, I will add 2 more power. And I will offer a shiny coin to anyone who helps me get this passed.
Unfortunately, we cannot change our votes, but I will take a coin to not put more on.
All right.
I'm over on purple.
Oh yeah, you're purple.
Thank you. Vote passes to Paddington.
I concede. Take your shitty iron for the army.
So
Well, I'm going to
actually,
be,
Wheels gets to decide.
Yeah. I'll be a person of my word and give you your
Or-
coin, Paddington.
Yeah, I will say I won't stand in your way any further.
So, because we have a tie, 3 power to 3 power, Wheels, you get to decide whether we go with I or nay.
Great. We are going to, let me make sure I'm reading the card right. We're gonna do nay.
Well, you have made an enemy today.
The nays have it. So, Wheels, you get these 3 power in the center. And then Paddington and I pay our nays to the center here.
Which house were you, Wheels?
House Winrish, Dukes of Blodden.
Okay,
can
Blodden, we
everyone-
have beef.
Can everyone type their house name and county?
Yeah, how do I put text onto the board?
If you go to the upper left menu, the T should allow you to do text.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
And where would you like me to put that?
Just like above your screen somewhere.
I'm seeing some good. I'm seeing some like
So,
good.
Let me flip this.
Horror film.
A strong army requires a strong economy to fund it. The smugglers supply us with a constant flow of red iron from the mostly unexplored lands in the North Folafuar Mountains. The unusual metal can be sold to the highest bidders on the open market for an outrageous profit. Also, because Nay passed and Paddington did the most, they are the leader going forward until it changes hands.
I see.
So wealth goes up by 3. 1, 2, 3, and it flips. And the balance marker goes up by 3. And we open envelope 60.
Excellent choice, King Harold.
How do I manipulate text once I've made it? The grab command doesn't seem to be the one.
Let me see. If you go back to the text and hover, I think it works. Yeah. You should be able to edit it from there.
I just need to move it, actually.
Oh, I don't know if you can move it.
Okay, I'll try again then. Got it.
So, envelope 60. First of all, what the envelopes are, they contain a story card, much like the one we read over here, and they also contain more dilemmas that get shuffled into our deck. So, the way we decide things decides what things we are deciding in the future. If if my spiraling sentence makes sense.
Yeah, so we started out with a basic set of dilemmas.
Yep.
How many cards are in the dilemma deck right now?
Right now there are 5.
Cool, and now we're adding more.
Yes. So give me 1 second. Let's resolve the story, and then I will talk about the time track. So Paddington, because you were the leader on this vote, you get to sign this card here. If you go to the left, the stamp there, you have the decal tool. Just go to your flag, and you should be able to stamp it right onto the card. And as the signer of the card, you gain 3 gold.
Okay. Where's the decal tool?
Should be in the
I
left.
see
Yep,
it.
there you go.
And which card am I signing?
This one here.
There you go.
Aha. Bop.
Beautiful. I've given you your 3 coins here.
Yippee.
Paddington signs that one because is it like a turn order thing? Is that why Paddington is
So-
signing this particular?
Not a turn order thing, a power thing. So Paddington put the most
okay.
power behind the successful vote.
Right.
So they're the leader and they get to sign things. This will be important for
Got it.
other things later too. The value of might. Smugglers provide a small but steady supply of red iron to the trade guild in Duin. The smiths begin experimenting with new ways to employ the robust metal, crafting tools, jewelry, and weapons for the wealthy. However, its sturdiness makes it difficult to cast into functional forms. Despite these difficulties, the Duin Trade Guild and our kingdom both benefit immensely from the transactions. Many among the wealthy nobility compete to acquire the few artifacts that the smiths successfully forge. Even foreigners from the south visit our markets to acquire the rare product. And which symbol is this? Okay. Stick that right on top of here. All right. Next dilemma. Who wants to read this one?
I got it. The famous smithing guild in the southern Mark of Alwed is famous for its sophisticated steelworks. The Alwedians are worried that they will lose their share of the market to the competition from the red iron weaponry manufactured in Torque. They're asking to share the red iron crafting secrets to the level of the field. Do we force Torque to share its knowledge with Alwed? If we vote yes, then we will gain knowledge and we will gain, what's the other one? Stability.
That is
influence.
a chronicle sticker, which I will explain momentarily.
Oh, never mind. So we will gain knowledge and get a sticker. Always like to get stickers. If nay, we will lose a sticker, or something bad will happen to the sticker, and we will gain money.
So we will gain a negative sticker. Chronicle stickers are things that will go up here, and the leader of the vote signs the sticker and has effects going forward in later games. So if you have a positive sticker on the board at the start of a game, you start out with 1 extra power. And if you have a negative sticker, you start with 1 less power. Additionally, the amount of positive or negative stickers on the track at the start of the game determines where all these resources start. Like, say there are 2 positive stickers for morale, it would start here rather than here. So, Fair Smithing Mill, famous for its sophisticated steelworks. Okay, so they're worried about competition, essentially.
We know this stuff is hard to work with. I don't see it being competition in the long term. Let them keep their secrets.
That is fair.
Let's see, who was upset about it? Who was mad about it?
The
All
Southern Mark of Alwed, which is down here. Which one is Alwed?
Whereas
All
Torf is
wed.
up in the north.
All wed are the keys. Just like for the record.
I'm still interested in keeping us armed. I still feel that a brilliant nation rises from great army. So I feel that we must share this knowledge. We have to be united as a kingdom. We cannot be keeping secrets from one another.
House
That's how I
Crayon
feel.
and I have not always seen eye to eye in the past, but on this issue, I believe we are in accordance. I do not believe it is best for science to let technological innovation languish just in one region when it could flourish in all.
Oh, sorry, this is not related to the vote, but would everyone like to share their house words?
Oh yeah,
I like mine.
what's everyone's mine is work is
Harmony is
life.
acceptance.
What?
Claudia, you first, sorry.
Sorry, mine is work is life.
Woof.
Mine is
You're just talking about severance.
mine is tranquility and death.
Never break a deal.
Harmony is acceptance.
Interesting. So I feel asking to share red iron crafting secrets. I mean, what's the harm in that? Positive
Feels
stickers.
relatively
pretty good.
uncontroversial.
But money is also very good, but I don't know. Paddington, House Nuggies, you have the first vote.
I do have the first vote. I have a question. Did these like 1 in 5? Can I like get change on those, or is it?
Yeah, you can get change on those.
Okay.
Honestly, in future games, I'm just going to deal out that many ones because I think the 5s are. I think they're kind of pointless when you have infinite ones.
I was considering the power play, but no, I need change.
Should I have moved the coin on my pass card into my screen?
Oh yes, yeah, you can take that back.
2 on nay. Let them keep their secrets.
2 on nay. House Winrish.
Yeah, so that's going to be 3 on I for us. So what happens with the fist and the gavel here? Moderator and leader?
So you actually become the leader and you keep moderator until somebody passes for moderator.
Got it.
House Alexandrite has no strong opinion and will pass for power.
You mean pass for money?
You get a coin just for passing, but I'm...
Oh yeah,
to get the power in the center.
The power that accumulates here is the power that was spent on the vote that
Correct.
passed?
Yeah.
So should there be more power up here right now because a vote with 3 powers already passed?
No, so that, Wheels already took the 3 power that was there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On the one hand, I do think that we should perhaps share knowledge. On the other hand, House Winrich has already snubbed me once. I will vote 2 on nay.
Petty?
2 on nay, the vote
I
is
think
now...
it's petty to not take a coin to send the last vote in my favor.
The vote is now 4-3, Paddington. So, a reason that you might want to increase or not increase your vote, even though your vote is guaranteed to pass right now, is if you want to be the signer of the sticker, and get the benefit, or I guess give someone a negative benefit from it. Detriment, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah, I'll raise.
So I will say that nay gives you a negative sticker.
I know.
Okay, just saying. Okay, so Paddington is now the leader. Vote continues to Wheels.
Boy, okay. And so if I want I to pass, need to not just have the highest vote. We would need to exceed the total of
Yeah,
the
you need to
nays
get
that
up
exist.
to at least 6.
I can afford to. Okay, if I match the leader, nothing happens with the fist, right? I would need to. I would need to beat Paddington's vote to become the leader. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll do that. That's 5 on I.
5 on I. Vote passes to PB.
I am going to let these two fight it out.
Okay, so the current vote is what is it? 6-5. Paddington, your vote.
Hmm. I let it stand.
All right, the nays have it, and Paddington is the leader of the nay vote. Pad, would you like to read the outcome here?
Yes.
You may
Oh,
need
that's
to.
upside
Yeah,
down
you
for
got to
me. Yep.
rotate it in the big view too.
No, wait. All right. Red iron weapons increasingly become a prized possession over which wealthy nobles and foreign dignitaries fight, making a fortune for the Mark of Torque, a boon for traders.
All right, and we gain +2 wealth, which is actually +3 wealth because of positive momentum, and it gains a momentum marker. And we set down sticker 138. Paddington, would you like to sign and read your sticker?
Yes. Guild Wars. Unloyal competition from red iron artisans triggers price dumping on steel goods, which eventually damage the economy in Alwed and the income of its people. Unfortunate, but needs must. Once again, skill issue.
Anyone play Guild Wars? That was a good video game.
It was.
What is this
So
one?
does that have to go on the income?
Yes. And let me
Realize
lock this.
in retrospect, I should have raised the bid by more to get the eyes to have it. But what do I do with all of the votes that I have on I here?
So you take that back. I get the
Okay.
3 power in the center here because I passed, and everyone else who was on nay pays in.
So passing on the next vote is going to be very profitable.
Yes. So the last thing I really have to explain this game is the time track here. So on the left side of the board, you'll see that there are slots for us to place dilemmas that we've completed. The third way that the game can end, besides the king abdicating at either end of the track here, is if the king dies. So if we place dilemmas all the way up to the skull here, and we play a dilemma that has a skull in the center of the card, you'll know it when you see it. Then the king dies and the game is over. Additionally, if we just don't get one of those, the king dies when we place 5 cards in this slot. Yep, that's
All right.
All right.
PB, before when you were saying that the next pass will give a lot of money, were you getting that?
Well, there's 6 power to get distributed.
Oh, I see.
Between the people who choose to pass for power next time.
Cool.
That's all I meant.
Wheels, do you want to read the next one, or Paddington? Either way.
Yeah. Where's the card I'm reading? Is it?
Oh.
Okay, that one. Cool. Lawrence, an entrepreneur from Torque, led an expedition beyond the northern border to see. Could the red glove move? There's some of the text I can't read.
So you can hover over it and press Alt, and it will give you a bigger picture.
Awesome. Lawrence, an entrepreneur from Torque, led an expedition beyond the northern border to seek red iron mines, but we lost contact with him. Some suggest that we should send a military contingent to look for him, a very dangerous quest as it could be seen as trespassing by the Kingdom of Uncall further to the north, with whom we have not had contact for decades and whose military strength is unknown. Do we send the army to investigate?
I think that sounds like an insane thing to do. I think
What, and just
what?
and just let Enkarn keep our man captive? Keep their own stashes of red iron to use against us in the future?
Well, first of all, they're not our men. They're just some guys. They're smugglers. They're not even from this country. And
He's an entrepreneur. He's not a smuggler. Believe me, I've known smugglers. And Lawrence is a good man.
Listen, as somebody who specializes in trade and hard work, unlike some people here, I know a smuggler when I see one. But here's my point.
Who brews the wine that you are drinking right at this moment?
Well, I
Who
actually
protects our
don't know
southern
that
border
answer.
from the ravenous raiders?
I also don't know that answer.
They're
But
both me.
let me tell you, the idea of us
If you've read
sending
up on
our
the
military into another country with no, hey, this is what we're doing, no, we're not trying to invade you, I think that sounds bonkers, to put it mildly.
To use the technical term.
Yes, to use the ancient phrase that we all know, that's fucking bonkers.
As someone fairly close to the northern border, I would prefer not to piss them off.
I'm surrounded by cowards and weasels.
I'm a lobster.
Our lands are far from these matters. We do not feel strongly.
I'm far from these matters too, but I do feel strongly. I do not understand the rest of you.
I actually forget where I am in relation to these matters. I'm fairly close. Me and Paddington are neighbors. So, hello, Paddington, the vote starts with you. House Nuggies, what is your vote?
I will pass.
Paddington passes. Wheels.
Is that coin come out of my stuff or from
It comes from
this
the
up
bank.
here? Okay, cool. Yoink.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll just pass as well.
Wheels passes. And you know what? I know it's a negative sticker. I'm putting 2 on nay right now. And becoming the leader.
Let's see. Actually, if I pass this here, just metagaming here for a moment, then the game's gonna end, isn't it?
Yes. In all likelihood, because even if it moves up by only but
I guess the game goes like 6 turns max, so that's not such a bad thing.
Well, technically max it's like 10, but realistically like 7.
Wait, but I thought after 6 events, I guess there are things that can add more events.
Yeah, then the king has a chance to die if there is a dilemma with a skull on it.
Oh,
We're
but
just
only once we
waiting
get down to
around
7?
for him to
I
die at that
see.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Let's see. I will do. Let's see. Does getting your signature on a bad sticker have a negative consequence in the future?
It does. So if you have a negative sticker signature, you will start with 1 less power per negative sticker.
All right, cool. I'm gonna vote 1 towards I just to be petty.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to pass to be moderator.
Okay. Wheels, you forgot to take your coin, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
So moderator passes to
Fine.
PB.
Leave a man to die, but
So the nays have it. Give me 1 moment to read this out here. A few days later, the corpse of Lorenz arrives in Torque, bound to a horse with a red iron dagger in his back, holding a letter. Your men violated our mountains. A just sentence has been passed. The gory message is imprinted in red ink with the symbol of a gauntlet, the emblem of the Kingdom of Vanhal. We alert the army scouts to keep an eye on these aggressive neighbors. So we get -1 knowledge, which is -2 because it had negative momentum. And -1 morale, which is -2 morale because it had negative momentum.
These NCall guys can't take a joke.
No sense
See,
of
we
humor.
should have met them with blades.
I feel like that would have gone worse. I feel like more people would have died. And that's bad for the economy.
But then they would fear us.
Possibly. Sticker 135. So I will sign this one. Why won't it turn? Oh, there we go. Duh. I was still in typing mode. After we abandon Lorenz and his smugglers to their fate, many of our merchants don't feel safe traveling outside the borders of the kingdom to seek new sources of profit. Yeah, I'll sign off on that. Where am I? I'm the lobster. Boop.
Our economy is unstable and it's doing great.
You know, you gotta.
We do have a lot of money somehow.
You gotta spend money to make money. You gotta kill some traders to make money. And we open envelope number 62.
Economic bubble, I don't know her.
Let's see here. Does somebody want to read this while I shuffle these dilemmas into our deck?
Sure. Despite the relatively short distance, contact with the Kingdom of Enkal was lost for decades. The bitter lands that divide us allow very few exchanges, and they never had much to offer anyway. Though we were a militaristic society, we considered the Yankali as inoffensive as the Skarams, nomadic tribes living in the unclaimed brown hills along our border. God, that sentence went a while.
Yeah.
Despite their small numbers, it seems they've become a threat thanks to red iron. They must have discovered it only recently, but they mastered its harvesting and smithing much better than we. The scouts we sent even sighted an impressive fortress reinforced with huge red iron plates they call the Crimson Keep.
All right. And pop that right on there.
Exciting.
So the people who passed, you each get 2 power. No, actually, sorry.
3.
3
Because
to...
I passed for moderator.
Yep. 3 each for you, if you want to grab that from the center. Wheels?
Sorry, how much do I get?
You get the 3 remaining in there.
Okay.
And then I will pay my 2 to the center after. All right. Who wants to read the next dilemma?
I can if there are no volunteers.
Bing.
Okay. Morano, a rich merchant from a remote desert city called the City of Tents, wants to negotiate a lucrative trade agreement. Among his samples of goods is a slave concubine in chains. He claims the woman comes from a desert temple that allegedly hides the golden map, a fabled item we've been seeking for decades. Many of our people are against slavery. Do we force Morano to free the slave?
Yes, this is a very tough human rights deal that will affect many people pass.
My one concern is that if we free this woman, then she might go and steal the treasure before we can find it. That said, perhaps she will respect our grace and reward us by showing us the way to the golden map. It is a tough decision. I shall vote aye with reservations. I'll simply put 1 power to aye.
1 power. PB becomes the leader. Paddington.
Shaking my head so chat knows I don't agree with slavery. Look.
Yeah, pin that in chat. We do not agree. We do not listen. we're taking a huge stand. We on the Moonshot Network do not condone slavery. Controversial
That being
takes.
said, yeah.
Yeah, that being said.
Maybe this is a cultural difference. We don't know this woman's backstory. Maybe she's happy there. I don't want to cause a ruckus. Our economy is unstable, shall we say. We don't have a lot of people, of our own people, going out. We shouldn't start things with the people who are coming in. I vote 2 nay.
Paddington votes 2 on nay and becomes the leader. Wheels.
So that's is
Oh.
that the symbol for a negative sticker on I?
Yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot to put those out. If we vote aye, we lose money and gain a negative sticker. If we vote nay, we gain money. Also, Wheels, make sure you take your coin from last round.
Yes, sorry.
Mhm.
And let's see, what is the vote total at right now? We got 1 for I, 2 for nay. I will, let's see, if I do 2 on I, then it is winning.
Yeah, and I don't think Paddington can. The House Nuggies can stop if you put 2 on I.
You don't know my life.
It's true. It's true.
I think I'm gonna do that. I think I am dubious of the existence of this hidden golden temple of treasures. I'm sure the X marks the spot, but these, for all we know, it could have already been looted ages ago. So yeah, that's gonna be 2 votes on I.
2 votes on I from Wheels. I passed, so it goes back to PB.
Let's see. So, actually, yeah, this is perfect for me. I'll pass.
PB passes, and the ayes have it, making Wheels the leader of that vote.
Oh, I didn't get another.
Nope, because nobody increased to be the leader. You did not get an extra vote.
Man.
Yeah. That's the strats, unfortunately. Wheels, would you like to read this as the leader?
Yeah, I'm reading the top side, right?
Yep, the blue side.
We can't tolerate slavery. I so agree. We can't tolerate slavery. We force the merchant to free his concubine and send him away. This compromises our trade agreement, but our people rejoice that we stood up for the poor woman. Many are also excited at the prospect that she may reveal the location of the mythical golden map. Legend says it leads to an endless fountain of liquid gold. That's +1 flag, I guess diplomacy, and
Morale.
-2 money.
+1 morale, goes up by 1, and -2 wealth. And that flips. All right. And we put down sticker number 0. Wheels, would you like to read and sign this, I believe, wealth sticker? Oh, no, influence sticker. Hang on.
Yeah. Our choice to free the merchant slave compromised our relationship with the southern desert lands before it even started.
We're doing great internationally, guys.
It's all right. They're constantly sending raiders up to the lands of Cran.
Yeah. We also open
fight them
envelope
off all the
40.
time.
And Wheels, would you like to sign this card?
Yeah.
Let's see. My 1 power for my I vote goes to the middle.
Yep.
So since the button to sign in Tabletop Simulator is the decal button, I just want you all to know that in at least here in Manitoba, they say decal decal. Dude, yeah, it just makes me feel weird when I hear it.
Yeah, doesn't feel good on the tongue. All right, Sarah, the woman we freed from slavery, comes from a remote temple of the Mother in the south of Marudi, which we call the Ivory Desert. She says that the golden map is guarded by this temple, Sarah was kidnapped and enslaved by her former master while visiting the city of Tents. Her story becomes quite popular in the kingdom and spurs a burst of interest in the unexplored southern continent that she calls Confertha. Sarah claims that it is the land where the ancient Sabaean League once prospered and fell. Our scholars immediately start preparing a caravan to retrieve the golden map and take Sarah back home. But traversing the Ivory Desert, famous for tempests of burning white sand, will not be easy. And that is this symbol, which for some reason doesn't have like a snap on it.
Oh, I see. Are each of these symbols for like different plot lines, essentially?
Yes.
I see.
So, next dilemma.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
For these story cards, putting your stamp on the back, does that have a effect in the game later?
Yes. So immediately, some cards do have an immediate effect, like Paddington got 3 coins from that one.
Yeah.
But later on, when storylines conclude, I believe the person who has signed the most cards in that storyline gets some kind of benefit.
All right, sounds good.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Was I correct to move my I votes back into the vote pool because the vote went through?
You put them in the center.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Your side went
yeah,
through, so they get paid to the center. Cool.
I had put them back in the bank, so I've just moved 2 from the bank
Oh,
to
it's
the...
okay.
No.
Perfect.
The caravan of scholars seeking to retrieve the golden map is constantly threatened by desert raiders and is struggling to move forward. If we don't send them military aid, they'll be forced to deviate to the city of Tents to stock up on supplies and hire mercenaries. Do we send reinforcements to the caravan? An I vote gives us positive influence and positive morale. A nay vote gives negative welfare and negative morale. Oh, sorry, I did those in reverse yet again. There we go.
This feels like a pretty clear decision here. We sent our people on a mission. We protect our people. As guardians of the southern border, Cran is happy to send a contingent to support our scholar caravan.
We have a saying in Gamam. Fuck you, got mine. Fuck them. They went out there. I'm not going to protect them.
Well, it's a good thing our good and noble king is in charge and not you. Surely our people would suffer.
Of course. He's in charge, not us.
I fully agree with Marquis of Kren. I think we should support them, especially if they're going after a valuable relic.
I still don't even think that map is real.
It's absolutely real. You're telling me that there isn't a map to a fountain of infinite gold?
I choose to not answer that question.
Real or not, I am not in favor of giving these desert raiders the signal that they can take whatever they like and we will not retaliate.
So, the vote starts with House Winrish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What am I looking at here? We're just going to start it simple. 1 vote for I.
1 vote for I. Vote passes to me. I'm going to put 1 vote on nay.
All right, I'm going to put I'll put 3 on I.
Power shifts to PB, Paddington.
You don't need me for this, I pass. I need to take that from the bank.
Yes, you do. Thank you. Wheels.
Yeah, I don't think I'm mega invested in this particular issue. I think I'll so if I pass, I can't really pass because I've already voted I, but if
you can choose just not to raise and it moves over to me.
And I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. I'm going to increase my vote to 5. I'm going to make change here.
Mm-hmm.
and take the power, the leader token. Passing to
You
PB.
really feel strongly about this, don't you?
Yeah.
Why are you so opposed to protecting our own? I will match your 5.
All right.
Putting us at 6 total.
Wheels.
If I understand correctly, there's really no purpose to my raising it at this point, right?
No, unless you want to
I have it.
raise it an absurd amount to get the leader on that.
Oh, I see. No, I am not interested in that. So we can finish the vote. The ayes have it here.
The eyes do have it.
Oh, I misplayed this badly, I just realized. Oh well.
Paddington, take your power from the center.
Yippee!
And make sure you put
6
your coin
power
behind
goes
your
into
screen.
the center.
Yep.
And PB, if you would like to read out the eye result here.
Of course. We sent troops to help support the caravan. Thanks to the help of the army and the guidance of Sarah, the scholars finally reached the remote temple of the Mother in the middle of the Ivory Desert. Soon we'll discover if the golden map is really there. Unfortunately, fatigued by travel, Sarah dies before she can see her home again. Oh well. We gain 2 influence and 1 morale. And we
So,
open envelope 43.
because it had positive momentum, it actually goes up 3, and 1 morale, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That means it goes up by 2. I think I moved this already. Okay. And you said open envelope 43?
Yep. Yep, 43.
All right. So, PB, if you could sign this card.
Yes. Here's my, there we go. Boom. And then flip this over.
Yep.
A chalice in the desert. After wandering for days, our expedition sights a rocky plateau protruding from the desert, the ruins of a temple atop it. Our scholars think it dates back to the time of Ahmad, the first king, but it was pillaged recently. Inside, they find the dried corpses of dozens of sand priestesses, an opulent version of the cult of the Mother, that, though we worship the same goddess, had lavish ways in the stark contrast with the sober purity of our cult. The ruin that surrounds a huge oasis, and based on rough interpretations of ancient inscriptions on the altar hall, it was called Chalice Peak. Most of the temple's riches were stolen by raiders, but inscriptions suggest a bigger treasure may be hidden in a secret chamber.
Interesting. Oh, yeah, there we go.
Would this be a good moment to ask for a refresher on what causes the overall performance tracker, like the little scales, what causes that one to move? It's based on the if we get aye or nay on the votes.
So it's just based on how the resources move. So if
okay.
if like influence moves up 2, the balance marker moves up 2. If wealth goes down 2, it goes down 2.
The absolute value of whatever we voted for.
Exactly,
Okay.
yes. Okay. Dilemma time. Who wants to read it?
I'll go.
Paddington.
The trade guild in Dwin is prospering from the trade of red iron, but its gains fail to trickle down to the common folk. Some want to tighten taxation and use part of the profits to help the struggling lower classes. The resulting price increase on red iron, though, will lower its commercial appeal. Do we increase the tax on the trade of red iron?
I think. Also PB, you get the power token again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
I think it's better to tax that. I think that I want to help the lower class here, you know? I just think that will be good.
What happened to fuck you got mine?
These are my people. Those people in the desert, they're not my people while they're out there.
There are 2 constants in the world, death and taxes. We preoccupy ourselves with death. I will leave you to discuss taxes.
Oh yeah, sorry, forgot to read out the results. I vote will gain us a positive sticker and negative money. And a nay vote will give us negative welfare and positive money. Unless in our
Let
welfare.
the free market self-correct.
So I'm
I
just
say
going
we
to,
don't tax it.
I'm going to pass for power.
Okay, PB passes for power. Paddington.
I will put one on nay.
One on nay. Wheels.
Does that make Paddington the
Oh, yes.
leader then?
My bad. Wheels.
Okay, so then that makes PB the person to the left of the leader.
Technically, it makes
And
me
I've already
because PB passed.
Oh, got you. I will then put. Let's see if I do. Yeah, let's do 3 on I.
3 on I. And power passes to Wheels. Wheels, I think you got this. I don't want PB to gain 6 power. So I
Why
will
not?
pass for power to split it with
I
him.
promise I'll use it wisely.
Oh yeah, of course. you always use the power wisely.
Of course.
Name
Have
one
we-
bad decision we've made so far based on me.
Have we agreed
One
on a
bad thing
single
that's
issue
happened.
yet?
You've won one vote so far.
And it was a good thing, too.
All right, passing to Paddington.
Final raise.
Paddington is now
And
the
one
lead.
more to make my point.
5-3. Wheels.
For the purpose of the fic, the kayfabe, House Winrish's position on this, I think, is that there's no point in hoarding these benefits when a little tax might raise the price a little bit, but I think in the long run it'll be better for our people if we can sort of share the love on this. So I think it's at 5. I mean, what happens if I bring it to 5, then it's
Then PB
Then it's a tie.
decides, and you can choose to bribe PB.
Yeah, highest bidder. If you bring it to 5, then I will happily vote with the highest bidder who's willing to pay me money.
I'll bring it to 5 and give you a gold.
Paddington, can you do better?
I can give you 2 gold.
All right, 2 gold is the current offer. House Windrich, are you willing to raise to 3?
I think I'm just gonna bring the I vote to 6.
Okay, and power passes to Wheels. Paddington.
I'll match.
All right, it goes to the moderator.
All right, who's willing to pay me more money?
Let's see here.
Actually, let's I want you to each decide on your number privately and then say it at the same time. So we don't just have a bidding war.
Oh, what's wrong with the bidding war?
Because that could go on for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know what it's worth to me.
All right.
All right. All right. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
2.
Given that it is a tie, I cannot accept money in a tie, I feel. So I'm just going to go with my gut and say that this should pass.
Alrighty.
All right, the
We
ayes
should raise
have
the
it.
taxes.
First of all, PB, you and I take our power from the center. We get 3 each. And then Wheels pays theirs in. Oh, also I learned that if you click and hold and then right-click on something, it'll like pick it up in a group.
Ooh.
I see.
So, as a result of I, tightening taxation on red iron limits the amount of metal other kingdoms are willing to import and, in the end, impoverishes our kingdom. -2 wealth, which is actually -3 wealth. End sticker number 136. And the leader on that was Wheels. Would you like to read your sticker? It's actually a positive sticker.
With this new tax, this is called red iron tax. With this new tax, we can afford to occasionally provide food to the poorest citizens of our kingdom.
Boo.
Hey, every once in a while we give them like some bread. It's great.
The free market decided they should be hungry.
The free market decides many things.
All right. So,
But no, it is good that we're not exporting as much red iron. That is, we're arming our enemies left. I like this. This
keep it
works
to
out
ourselves.
nicely.
Next dilemma. A huge collection of golden items. What?
We're now in the point where the king could die, yeah?
Yes. A huge collection of golden items has been found inside a secret chamber hidden within the ruins of Chalice Peak. Ancient scrolls and golden statues of the Mother, and the golden map. Some fear...
I told you.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Well, we don't know if it's real. Some fear taking these relics away could unleash a curse upon us. Yeah, did you predict a curse? But leaving them could lure many desperate fortune seekers into the desert. Do we order that only the golden map be taken away, leaving the treasure behind? So if we leave the treasure behind and vote I, it is positive morale but negative sticker. If we take the treasure with us, it is negative sticker and positive wealth.
So it's bad stickers regardless.
Bad sticker regardless.
How do we feel about curses? You think curses are real?
Listen, I am just interested in the golden map. Would the treasures be nice? Yes, but I'm not willing to risk a curse. Just saying.
I was pretty sure the temple wasn't real to begin with, so I'm not sure I'm in the place to be making such predictions.
I mean, the economy. That could be pretty good.
Yeah, let's find a curse that can beat our red iron.
It's true. I think that we should take it and maybe risk a curse. I don't know if curses are real, but maybe they're real enough to risk it.
We've brought enough misfortune upon our people.
Yeah.
Do we need to invite more?
That is true. But other people might invite that misfortune onto themselves if they go out into the desert looking for this treasure that we have allegedly left behind.
I just want to check a thing. We won't know whether this card could kill the king until after we vote, yeah?
Correct.
Cool. Alright, well, I feel pretty confident where my heart lies.
Wheels, House Winrish, the vote starts with you.
Yeah. How do I split a 5-power thing into what? Do I just need to return the 5 and grab?
Yeah,
5
you
and
just
1?
gotta make change.
Well, it's excuse me. It's going to be an I vote here. Let me make sure I'm understanding the card right. Yes.
I is we leave the treasure.
That's right. House Winrish, we've spoken to the people of Blodin, and, there are many religious folk within these lands, and the opinion is that we should not invite these kinds of energies upon us. This is a thing that, only the spiritual can understand. We will be voting 1 power for I.
All right, 1 vote on I from House Winrish. I can be swayed to vote either way. Who wants me to vote enough to give me some money?
I don't feel strongly enough here to offer you money at this moment.
Wheels, Paddington, anyone? Bueller?
I'm good.
I don't believe Bueller of House Solad is here today.
Well, we'll see if he's here next time.
No, I don't think I'm not gonna pay to sway you one way or another. Vote your conscience.
I'm going to pass for moderator.
Oh.
PB.
Let's see. So, choices here. If I pass... Let's see, how does this all work? That will likely overtake that. I feel that Fear and Curses is the worst thing we could do. I'm putting 2 power into Nay.
Okay.
We disrespect the curse. We take the money. What was that house word? Take the money and run?
Yeah.
Or no, it was fuck you, got mine.
Yes.
But
yes, but
take the money and run is very similar.
Yes, House
Steve
Miller.
Miller.
Yeah, House Miller. Paddington.
Me. Do I feel strongly about this? I will match your vote, but an I.
All right, Wheels, will you raise?
Let's see.
I do have a question.
Yes. Oh yeah, go ahead.
If Wheels also goes up to two power on I, then who gets to put their stamp on the thing? Because they'll be tied to
As moderator, I get to decide.
All right, cool.
So currently the eyes have it, and if I
can't stop the eyes from having it at this point.
So basically, I'm just wanting, if I wanted to be the leader and get the stamp, which I don't, so I will pass.
Okay, the eyes have it. And who wants to read the outcome here? And
I can read it.
Make sure eyes pay their money to the center. Nobody passed for power.
I'll move my eyes to the center once I'm done reading this. Despite the huge protests of the royal treasurer, we send orders to only take the scrolls and the golden map. Now that it's finally in our possession, if the legends about it are true, much greater riches await us at the end of this journey. Some wonder if others will be as cautious or foolish as we were. So I think that's bad sticker 96 and extra pack 44.
I don't want to linger on it, but I do want to say we just missed out on 4 money.
We get 2 flag, though.
It's true, which is actually 4 morale.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the sticker? 96. It could have been a lot of money, yeah.
Did someone already grab the power that was in the middle?
Nobody passed for power.
Oh, so it just keeps adding. Okay.
Yep, Banks. Paddington, would you like to sign your negative welfare sticker? While I open 44.
I have 2 more questions.
Yes.
What do the check boxes on the edge of the sticker mean? And what happens if we were to add a 4th negative welfare sticker?
So the checkboxes are how many games that sticker has been active for. And if there is a 4th welfare sticker, the oldest one gets covered.
Alright, cool.
Throngs of miserables and wastrels without prospects throw themselves into the desperate desert or expeditions, chasing the mirage of abandoned riches. Few come back alive. Self-correcting system.
Yeah.
And Paddington, if you could also sign here. Wonderful. And who wants to read a golden map?
I got this. Chiseled into a single golden leaf, the map has a grandiose look. As gold easily stands the test of time, its age is unfathomable. However, old legends speak of a golden map leading to an endless fountain of liquid gold. The numerous old scrolls we obtained together with the map are full of references to a Sun Empire, known only from an ancient legends backing back to the ages before Ahmed, the first king. We wonder whether this is the map of the old legends and how truthful those legends are. It may be a metaphor for the power and riches of the Lost Empire. An expedition has to be launched, but the map is not easily interpreted.
And Paddington, as signer, you gain 1 prestige immediately. So you
Yeehaw.
can check that off on your card.
Is that our first prestige of the game?
Yes. Next dilemma. Who wants to read it?
I got you. Sorry, is it this?
It's that one, yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Our scholars sent us a transcription of an ancient text engraved on a wall at Chalice Peak. It suggests that the Mother waged war against the Sun Empire of legend to free the world from its corruption and brought about its downfall. However, in doing so, she accidentally gave birth to a cursed black eclipse. Many think could be dismissed as heresy. Do we verify its plausibility?
I want to know everything this scroll
Let's go
has to offer.
Paddington.
I say we look into this further.
I'm
I
in
say-
agreement. Whether it's real or not, it will still be of interest to those, such as many in my region, who are just interested in the history of the empires involved, many of us having lineage from them.
I say
In the
heresy
lore.
schmerisy.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
also,
also,
should we concern ourselves so much with words? How do we know the translation's right?
that is
Look,
true.
just
Only
say
by
you can't read.
verifying.
I can read, only after I've had a couple cups of wine, though.
I also do think that an I vote would be beneficial. Yes.
All right. I'll kick us off. I'm 1 on I.
1 on I. Wheels.
2 on I.
2 on I. Power passes to Wheels. House Alexandrite passes for power.
House Crayon also passes for power.
Paddington, you have the opportunity to raise.
I'm good. The ayes have it.
The ayes have it in the quickest vote I have ever seen.
For once, we can all agree on something.
Would you like to
heresy
read
is
it?
not a big deal.
No, of course not.
Sure. Our scholars search the royal library for more information from before the time of the first king. While they find no further reference to the Sun Empire, the images of a black eclipse that bring powerful societies to ruin is a reoccurring theme in the ancient chronicles.
Seems fine.
So
Sure, it's fine.
PB, you and I each get 4,
Mm-hmm.
and you can take 4 from the center there. And we gain 2 knowledge. 1, 2. Flips, and the king abdicates.
The king is not cool with the heresy, I guess.
Yeah, or everyone is so cool with the heresy that they overthrow him.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our first game here. Now let's go to scores. Hang on here.
Do I, as far as like my secret objective, do I mark that off privately or do I have to announce it?
Your secret agenda you will announce privately. Anything on your board you will not.
Okay.
I feel like I just lost a piece somehow. I had 2 votes in I, right? And I thought I put them both to the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's 3.
Yeah, I
Okay,
hadn't put
I think
mine
we're
to the
all-
middle.
Okay, I thought you had, and I was like, where did my second one go? Okay. Whew.
Okay, what was everyone's secret agenda? Starting with Paddington.
Mine was rebel. The king must fall.
Ooh.
If the king abdicated, you must also must also mark an additional prestige on your house screen.
So, you do get to mark that prestige. Oh, sorry, not prestige, that's crave.
Oh, I thought because it was Hollow's prestige.
No. White crown is prestige, black crown is crave.
Aha, okay, let me fix that.
So, Paddington, you only had 1 resource in those extreme upper or lower areas. So you get 9 points. House Winrish.
Yeah, let me move this up here. The moderate.
Ooh. Very good game for House Winrish. That is 4 resources between 5 and 13. So you get 13 points. I was the opportunist. I wanted things in the lower half. It started out great, but then things got better. So I only had 2 things there. I get 7 points. House Crayon.
I was opulent, so I wanted things to be in the top half. I believe all 5 ended up in the top half.
That is true. You get 15 points. And open agendas were not a thing. How much money does everyone have? I have... this one here. I have 16.
I also have 16.
12.
And how much was
last place
yours?
in money for me.
You have 16 as well?
No, I'm at 11.
Okay, 11. So it is me and Paddington tie for first. So what is... you get 3 points for being first. I get 6 points for being first. 6 and 3.
I didn't achieve.
I believe...
my achievements.
Sorry, Wheels and PB, what were
I have
your...
12, PB has 11, so I think I get
Yeah,
3rd place.
Wheels gets 3rd place.
No, actually, we share first, and then it goes to 2nd and 3rd.
Oh, okay. Cool, then I get 2 more points.
3 and 2. Is a very weird, rare thing. How much power does everyone have? I have...
oh, we also had power?
Yes. I have 17.
God
damn.
Just
I have
2.
I have 1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And what was yours, Wheels?
2.
Okay. I get an extra 2 points for having the most, and PB gets an extra 1 for having the second most.
Where is that?
That's in the rulebook.
Where is that scoring? Okay, cool.
It's like...
yeah.
Here somewhere. Here we go. Secret agenda cards, and then power ranking is this one. So that means in first place, House Crayon with 18 points. In second, House Winrish with 16 points. In third, House Alexandrite with 15 points. And fourth, House Nuggies with 12 points. Which means that since the king abdicated at the top of the track, House Crayon, PB, you get 3 prestige.
All right, 3 prestige.
Wheels, you get 2 prestige.
So I mark just 2 prestige in the little thing on my card here?
Yep. I get 1 prestige, and Paddington, you get 2 crave.
So at the bottom of my card, there's
Yes.
names of different of the secret, whatever they're called, secret goals.
Yes.
What do I mark for that?
Whichever one you played, just mark an X there. And
Okay.
when you fill that row up, you get one of whatever it says, or you get whatever Craver Prestige it says.
Yeah, so like each house has like preferred secret agendas that they want to go for.
All right.
And do we talk about the achievement side of things or not now?
Just secretly mark them.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And would you guys like to do one more?
If we could take a quick break, I would love to do another.
We can certainly do
Depends
that.
on how other folks are feeling.
I might be a party pooper and ask if we could just do one for tonight.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I think we can do two in the future, but we spent a
Yes.
while explaining the rules today.
That is true.
And I do have homework to do.
Do we need to keep track of how much power we had at the end of the game, or how
Nope.
much money or anything?
All resets.
Right,
cool. You can delete it.
But the deck will stay the same, yeah.
Yep. Our
dilemma deck.
Dilemma deck stays the same.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us for King's Dilemma. Are you guys able to do next week?
I should. Yeah.
I will be moved into a new place, so it'll depend on whether I have my internet set up proper, so I will let you know.
Understandable.
I
Also,
am
you
good
can't
to go.
do multiple at once. I'm just going to delete them because we have Infinity here.
I'm also happy to let someone else pilot House Cran for a week if we need a pinch hitter.
Okay.
If my internet is not working.
Well, until next time then, we will see you all later.
All right, thanks,
good
folks.
day.